Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the BSC Admin Box Spring Season Round 2 from Atlanta Motor Speedway. I'm James Parfitt. I'm going to be joined in the booth by Kenton Sportak here as we tackle 100 laps of Atlanta for the Fireball 100. We're looking forward to this one after last week's dramatic events going on at Daytona, and the fact I nearly had a heart attack when TJ Spainhour crossed over the line in first place, mind you, which is unprecedented considering the year before he gave it, I believe it was to Brandon McLaughlin, the win, and then I thought he was going to give it to his brother Brad, but he took the win over the line, and you've probably seen the clip around floating about of myself on camera. You got no camera this week. I've taken the camera away because I was only excited because TJ was up at front. But there you go. For this one, let's bring Mr. Kenton Sportak into the booth. Kenton, welcome in, bud. How are you?
I'm doing well. It's been some nice weather out here. Finally, it's not minus, freezing ice cubes everywhere you go. So it's been nice. A lot of melting though, so everything's soaking wet, but it's been actually pretty solid to be, in the pluses in temperature for a while.
Yeah, I'm guessing it is. I don't know. It's still bloody freezing cold over it. Hey, mate, we're literally shivering bits off every time I go out. You know what I mean? Let's be real. But let's have a look at the schedule for this season. We're at Atlanta, 100 laps with a stage break at 40. Tires 4. Then we're off to Circuit of the Americas for a road circuit in NASCAR. We all love that. Phoenix Raceway, Las Vegas, Homestead, Miami, and Martinsville. Put down April the 1st, guys, because you will see me on track at Martinsville. Apparently, that's one of the rules of Martinsville. Darlington on April the 8th, then Bristol, Talladega, Texas, and Kansas rounds out this season. So hold on to your hats. It's going to be very, very interesting indeed. We're just going to be going into qualifying at the moment for this next 5 minutes. What do we know about Atlanta Motor Speedway, Kennedy? It's full plate racing as such now.
More or less, yeah. You're going to be fifth gear the whole way. You might have to do a little bit of lifting. This track is kind of munchy on tires. I find it definitely can eat them up if you're not careful, so you got to be a little careful still. It's not quite pin it and pray as you'd normally get out of most restrictor plate race tracks, so you're not looking like Daytona. You still got a little more finesse to this one. The apron definitely comes into play here a lot more, so we're gonna have to see how people react with that. Obviously, going below the apron, it is your responsibility to come back up and not take out the entire field. Please, so please don't.
Yep.
Just be smart. And we'll make it through nice and clean with no James falling asleep, because it'll be like 2 o'clock in the morning for him.
Well, hopefully that won't happen. But I do have a question for you. Why the Fireball 100?
Oh, isn't Atlanta where Fireball is like from? Or is there a big car crash that happened?
No, nothing to do with a car crash. Why the Fireball 100?
Let's find out. What is Fireball? I feel like the liquor Fireball has something to do with this.
No, you're miles away.
Oh.
You got any colder, you'll be in a freezer.
I mean, we're just Calgary. Just Canada. It's always a freezer down here. I don't know then. Why is it the Fireball 100?
Well, with a crowd of 25,000, witnessing Edwin Fireball Roberts in the inaugural race. There we go. By the Fireball 100 with is there Edwin Roberts on that one. There we go. I didn't know that, really.
I had no idea, unfortunately.
Really, on that one. Andrew Kimmel, in the YouTube chat. Let's go, Kenton. Let's go, Trenton. Says, and then put hashtag 52 because we did. Well, we did have 2 Trenton in the grid. We still do. Trenton Kimmel and Trenton Smith. But there's TJ out on the racetrack after his win at Daytona last week that sent me into an absolute frenzy. Funny enough, I didn't actually get any, how can I put it, grief from the wife the following morning. So clearly she didn't hear me. That was all fine. Not quite sure how she didn't hear me, but there we go.
It could be worse then. So you were allowed to stay sleeping avoid sleeping on the couch for a while at least.
Yes, clearly she's Martin Jeff, I guess, on that one, and sleeps like a dead log.
Could be worse then. Could be worse.
Could well be. Dan Michelle coming into pit lane as well. We are coming towards the end of qualifying, guys, so just hold on to your hats for this one. And we will be up and running very shortly and ready to go. So be nice and straightforward. And hopefully these guys will make it all the way around with cautions. How many cautions do you reckon?
Ooh, for Atlanta, I'm going to call 7. 7. I was going to say 5, but I think that might be a little low. I think it's 7.
Oh, man, I was going to go 5. I reckon 5. Come to the end of qualifying. As we say, we didn't really cover much of qualifying, guys. Due to the James philosophy of it's NASCAR. Anything can happen. Basically. That's why we don't really worry too much about qualifying. Let's bring you up the grid. Cody Kern is on pole with Dan Michelle in second. Noel Jakowitz in third. Then we've got Bradley Young in fourth. Now, Brad has made an announcement. Phoenix this season will be his last race for the BSC. Unfortunately, he's starting a second shift job and won't be able to race anymore. So we're going to lose Brad after Phoenix. Rob Sizemore in fifth, then Andrew Jamelin in sixth, Brandon McLaughlin seventh, Trenton Smith in eighth, TJ Spainhour down in ninth, Terry Spainhour alongside, Junior and Dad 9 and 10, Trenton Kimmel and Calvin Ross round out the top 12. Behind that is Alex Witt all the way down in 13th. That's a surprise with Jeffrey Reed and Seth Pegg, Armand Brusso down in 16th, then Anthony Radel, Tom Kuhn, Josh Keefe, Joshua Kuhn and David Trogdon. So a bit of a shock this week on the announcement that poor old Brad is leaving us after Phoenix.
Yeah, I feel like offended. I don't know why. I know it's for a reason, but I'm still we're gonna be.
You're offended by somebody supporting his family and working a second shift job.
Because he doesn't love us anymore. That's just how it is. See how it is.
Okay, well we'll bring him into the booth and we'll say to him, Kenton said, you don't love him anymore.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep. I'm down for it.
All right. Okay.
I live far enough away.
Do you though?
We're gonna go with yes, just so he doesn't realize it.
Okay. You're bailing out already. Please don't hit me, sir. I'm miles away.
Yeah, exactly. I could probably outrun him, but...
oh, yes. Mr. Canada.
Mr. Canada.
Mr. Canada.
Oh, fun. But hey, look, fun cars on the track. Let's talk about that now.
Yeah, they're going to go whiz, 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 round, 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 brum, 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 very shortly here as well.
Go fast and turn left.
Yeah. Let's go TJ Brad. It says Billy. You won't be able to say that after Phoenix Billy. Poor old Brad. Leaving. Deserting us. He's running off, leaving Kenton all on his own.
Exactly. That's just the worst.
Such a hardship, isn't it, Kenton?
it's truly difficult at this time. I might have to request some, personal space just for get over this sadness.
Oh, okay. Holiday time, man. All right, mate. I'll let your day job know that you need some time off. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, here we go. We're going to go into the Go restarts home with green. Cody Kenton didn't think he was green because he didn't actually go anywhere. Still going to get the lead, though. Jacowitz may have given him a little bump off the start, but Dan Michel settles in, goes straight in third. Brad decides he's going to run that second line on the outside at the moment here currently. He is up on the right-hand side in the Mountain Dew. He's got no other help. There are gaps all the way back, and here comes that inside line. Brad, unfortunately, is going to be strung out on the outside unless he can hook up with that 65 car, which is Jamelin in behind him. Because, even Jamelin's thinking of deserting him. That bottom line running well, deserted the two line already.
Yeah, it's a tricky track to try and run fully too wide. I find there's just not quite as much speed as you would get running too wide in Daytona. The outside line just doesn't seem to move quite as much as it would. You really need to rely on that side draft. So you really need to get down nice and close to those cars on that inside line and really kind of push a bunch of air over them, bring them down, and sort of cause issues for them in that regard without obviously taking anyone out. But it's just that little bit tougher here compared to Daytona.
It is. I've seen 3 wide finishes like we did last season in the NASCAR. There was a 3 wide moment this season as well at Atlanta from this weekend's race, where Chris Bell took the win after being in overtime for a couple of times, and then he come in and took the win. Oh, Brad!
Oh, I heard something break.
Oh, bro, he's upside down. Dude, I can't even justify that. Straight into McLaughlin.
McLaughlin, yes, that is on Brett, but McLaughlin was coming off that line in kind of a weird time to be coming off that line.
Yeah, that's what Brad's staring at currently. Sliding along the floor, upside down. That was caution number 1 on lap 4. We're still upside down. I love the fact he's steering. Nothing's actually happening.
Let me just turn here.
Oh, there we go. He popped it back up for Mr. Young, but that was not ideal. I tell you what is ideal, guys. Let's have a quick listen and a word from our sponsors here, of course, Admin Box, providing sponsorship for the season. Okay, that was our sponsors for this season, Admin Box. You can go and check them out at adminbox.com. Don't forget to use BSC Box for 10% off all orders. So a big shout out to them as we watch Brad Young. Let's all back and hobble back to pit lane with Brandon McLaughlin already in there. I wonder how that's going to work out considering they're all sat in the same room.
I'm sure it'll be a very, let's go with friendly conversation.
See, I don't know. I was going to go frosty, but you go friendly. You be nice, and I won't be.
That's very fair. Very fair.
You know what I mean? That's personally enough.
Not the way you want to do things, for sure.
No, you definitely don't want to take out your teammates, especially not one that's sat in a room with you. So unfortunately for Brad, not a good ending on that one. Mr. Jeffrey, you didn't take to start this, did you? Didn't make it out, so I'm going to find out why on that one very shortly. But we have just seen the hamster spinning his wheel go upside down.
Oh, I forgot about the hamster name. Oh, because
You know that was all on us, right?
100% it was.
100%.
All the lights are off. Now we got still almost a lot. For those who do not know, last year or last season, I guess it was actually last year
season,
too.
Yeah, last year. Both.
Yeah. Brad had a moment where his hamster got loose, and was causing chaos in his sim rig. So we lovingly provided him with the nickname of the hamster.
Lovingly.
And it stuck. As much as he did not want it to, it did.
I know how you say lovingly, like, you know.
Yeah, it was 100% lovingly.
We were happy giving him that name. So there we go.
Oh, I mean, let's be honest, we were happily giving him that name.
Oh, blatantly. 100%.
We were. He wasn't. We were.
He didn't like it, but we. Right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, coming into that Geico restart zone once more. Let's hope Cody Kern can get going this time. He's on the inside. It's green. He does bolt. Jackowitz and Michelle just going to should slot in. 56 of Sizemore completely missed that. And he's just lost 3 places right at the beginning. He's got the 74. That's 4 places for Rob Sizemore. Kenton, and he did not make the start. That was not a good job from Rob Sizemore whatsoever.
Yeah, that looked very awkward. Almost like he wasn't expecting it to go green, which is weird because they kind of announce it more or less. So not the best. Definitely not the best. He needs to chat with Alex and get some of those tips on how to get those jumps on the restarts, because we all know how good Alex is doing that. So maybe he can take him for an educational day. Get him comfortable and used to jumping the start.
An educational day with Alex Witt. I'd love to see that one as these guys are going out there, continuing to fight once more. You see, oh, somebody's upside down.
How are they going upside down? I'm pretty sure these cars were specifically designed to not go upside down.
Look, we have special individuals.
Years of training.
Yes, watch David Chogden. Up he goes.
Oh. Okay, well, when 2 cars go under you, that's gonna set you upside down. Oh, I thought the smoke was coming from his engine. I was like, well, he's gonna be very happy.
Yeah, I think that was a really tough one to sort of. Oh, no, we need to go back just a little bit. Did he get tapped?
I think he kind of just.
He's gonna get check up, and then boop.
And then Seth Pegg in the SpongeBob livery unfortunately can't do a whole lot, and then we've got I believe that's both of the Coons, is that not?
Yeah, I think they just went straight over.
Yeah, Tom Coon and the 083 Joshua Coon.
And off he goes. Unfortunately for David Trogdon, not good whatsoever.
It's
caution number 2.
How you really want to do that.
I will not stand for this Sizemore slander. I'm sorry, Wiz, but he didn't go anywhere. He lost 4 places right at the beginning. Can't help it, mate. It's just, it's really not my fault that he did that. And there is Rob Sizemore there either. He did lose 4 places right at the beginning. You can huff and puff your cheeks out as much as you want, but he did.
I personally think it's Dan and Michelle's fault.
Why?
Why not?
How have you come to that concept order?
Because we blame Dan and Michelle for everything. If it's not his fault, it's still his fault. That's how it works. So I said, what I responded with, I was like, this is how, after I won my Daytona split, it gave us something to talk about when Dan causes a caution. And he does. He's been involved in a few already, and it's race 2.
Look at you getting it in already. We're not even on lap 10. He had a go at me about it, right, last time, and here he is going on about it already. And we got to lap 10.
I figured I could throw some spice out there, just a little one.
Yeah. Oh, I won my Daytona split, everyone. It's like, yes, we know, Kenton. We know.
Yeah. All right. We know. Yeah. How many times have we brought Martinsville?
Sorry, what are you talking about? The fact that I won my MX 500 last season? Oh, I really do not know. Oh, dearie me. I really do not know how many times I won that. I've mentioned that one, but you've mentioned yours twice in 2 weeks now. I'd like to point that out.
In my defense of the Daytona win, it was 2 weeks ago instead of 6 months ago.
Listen, right? It doesn't matter when it was. You'll still mention it. We lap 10. We didn't even get to lap 11, and there's Kenton telling everybody about his Daytona win. Really shocking. Absolutely shocking.
Gotta let people know.
Yeah, I agree.
The real MVP of this.
Really? How long did yours?
I'm sure.
Yours was about the same time as mine, so really we can't even compare.
Yeah.
11. Really? Right. Here we go, ladies and ladies and gentlemen. Going into the Geico restart zone once more. There we go. He did it again, Wizard. He didn't go anywhere again. He's going to lose another 2 places. There as well for Sizemore. You can't keep saying to me, what is this slander? And he keeps doing the same thing. Lost a place to Kenton Kimmel. He's lucky Radel didn't dive on him. I would have dived on him, to be blatantly honest. Alex Witt is up 10 places at the moment. Gone around the outside, running 2 wide with Dan Michelle. Is going to be leaning on him all the way, coming out of 4. But at the moment, Cody Kern leads away with Noel Jackowitz tucked in right behind him. And, well, you can't argue with me. Sizemore didn't go anywhere again.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's not getting great restarts, and he's sticking close to Trenton Kimmel though, which is good. At least he's not dropping too far. The biggest thing, he's got to start moving forward a little bit if you want to be involved. I mean, we do still have the stage break. I believe it's at
40.
Should have been 40, lap 40. I was gonna say 35, so I was off by 5.
Read the schedule. Anyway, won't go on.
So, I mean, he doesn't have to like make up a ton of space, positions right away, but he's already dropped from 7th to 10th in this time at this conversation. So, not looking great. It is a tough track, and just that overall, the tire wear can really get you. And if you're not ready for it or used to the tires once they start wearing here, it can definitely catch you out and kind of leave you flat.
Yeah, well, we're going to find out. Back under yellow flag again. It looks like Trenton Smith, Seth Pegg and Armand Brousseau. I think maybe I was a little bit too optimistic with 5 kill.
Might be too optimistic with 7.
A lot of movement on the outside, there was. Wow. Talk about tunnel vision. See that?
Yeah, not...
So bizarre. The starts off with the 83, goes up and bumps the wall. So that's Joshua Kuhn avoiding the 19 of Tom Kuhn. So they're avoiding each other. And then he goes up into the wall. Brad Young follows him into the wall, bounces off the wall. 73 gets a nudge up the bum by Armand Brousseau. Brad comes down into TJ. Brousseau comes down into Peg. The 20's got nowhere to go apart from straight into Brousseau. That's Calvin Ross. Well,
so that's how to not drive Atlanta. If anyone wants a very, very clear-cut, don't do this, that's
very, very
that's exactly
clear-cut distinguishing moment of please don't do that. And certainly, out of all of it, don't follow somebody else into the wall.
Oh, that's what I've been doing.
What, following somebody into the wall?
I thought you were supposed to just drive, you know, aren't you supposed to Ross Chastain, just follow the wall the whole way? Is that not how you do it? Oh, man. Now I know.
Now you know that's where you got it wrong.
Oh, brutal.
I'd love to see. Maybe what I'll do is when I drive Martins, and if I'm going to struggle at the back, then drive. See what Bruce thinks.
I like it. I like it.
So, then we get the Eagles. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Send you back to the
Send me back
booth,
to the
never
naughty,
to be.
Yeah. Send me back to the naughty boy booth.
Never to be seen on the road again.
On the road again. Song
It is, yes.
By you. Why are you in the booth for me?
Willie Nelson.
Oh, okay. Did you literally just Google on the road again?
Yeah, it's actually the name of the song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, on the road again. A song's
on
written
the
and
road
recorded
again.
by Willie Nelson. It's all about life on the tour.
Nice.
Life on tour.
Nice.
In case anyone was curious, that's your educational section of the broadcast today.
It could well be.
At least part one.
I agree. Oh, well, yes. And I got a funny feeling if this continues, we may have a part 7.
Oh. Yep. I hope not, but yep.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your hats. We've got half a lap to go. Let's see if these guys can make it round without any dramas. I say that in the nicest possible way. We might make it to stage break.
I'd be okay with that.
I would be okay with that as well. You never know. Coming off turn 3. Say this in a loose term that we might ever never know. You know, we get these races once every season though, don't we? Like we get
yes, we do.
We get like a rotten race once every season. You know what I mean? There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Alex Witt leading the field. Alongside Dan Michelle. Michelle's got the jump on the top. Noel Jackowitz, sorry. Got the jump on the top. He's going to come straight down. Now, Alex Witt tucks in right behind him. Radel there as well. Jamie Lynn. Whoa! That was somebody.
Ooh, got a blinker on the outside,
yeah,
too.
Radel's on.
I think that's Radel, yeah.
He's just had an horrendous time. Somebody's internet just went absolutely mental for Andy Radel there. He's going to have to try and calm that down a bit. I don't even know how, to be blatantly honest with you, Kenton. How do you calm down an internet while you're on a steering wheel?
I'm going to go with pray that it stops, because, yeah, there's not a whole lot you can do at this point.
Nope.
Unless you go into the pits. So hope a little bit, pray some, and just hope it stops at some point.
Yeah. That's all we literally can do there. Jackowitz out in front. You see running 2 wide further back. Dan Michelle, Trenton Kimmel alongside each other. Then Jamie Lynn and Josh Kuhn in there as well. Over the line they go. Now racing. Tucked in for 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. 21 of 100. We've got 19 to go until stage. Brusso and Calvin Ross and Trogdon. No Bradley Young. Young's out, unfortunately. He is out already, Kenton, and not ideal.
No, I mean the first big crash, you'd probably had to use his fast repair, and then the second one, once it's gone, it's kind of just gone, which is really unfortunate because there's not a whole lot you can do for, I mean, himself at that point. You're kind of pooped. And not a lot he had ability to get out of that, and it's going to be a long time sitting there. So
I agree. For Brad Young, he's now out. Not a good way to go off. Sizemore's wiggling all a little bit out the back there. They're dropping people off the back end. Never good when that starts happening. And that is, oh, no, it's not. There we go. It's Seth Pegg, Brandon McLaughlin, Terry W is just hanging on to Keith and Trenton Smith's coattails, but he's got to try and stay in there as much as possible as Terry W. Oh, wow. Woo, whiffed it. That was a big old side swipe, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's just a little sharing paint. They just want everyone to make sure they can feel the different colors, see all the sharing it, making everyone feel comfortable. Suggested.
Not ideal. But there we go. These guys still just carry on there. Wizard, let him cook. In YouTube chat. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on the bells, ladies and gentlemen. That would be absolutely amazing. As these guys continue to go around. Recorded the first of 56 podcasts today with one Mr. Al Corey from Triple Bypass for the first of On the Virtual Track podcasts. There we go. That was an experience.
I'd offer, but no one wants to hear what it's like to be in last place all the time.
No, well, no, not really. And to be honest, mate, I've got 56 to go in front of you. I'm only doing one a week, so I'll get to you next year.
Sounds good.
Okay. Oh, no. That will go live Tuesday night, guys, 8 p.m. GMT. You can have a watch of Mr. Al Corey. The first episode is actually on Spotify. If you want a cheeky listen first, just search On the Virtual Track. You'll see, you might have to scroll down a bit because it's only our first one we've ever published. So it's on there somewhere, but you just might have to search it.
And it'll be fun. It's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun.
Corey's a good dude. He's a good guy.
Yes, we've got Dan Michelle fighting out with Trenton Kimmel, Josh Kuhn. Up 27 on the Fireball 100. Still got 73 to go. 73 to go.
73, yeah.
80, yeah, is that right?
73,
yeah, 73,
yep.
73 to go. Stage break in 13 laps. Dan Michelle is literally trying to run that 52 of Trenton Kimmel. Kimmel's nearly following him into the wall here. And we've seen that once already.
And it doesn't go well either. You want to stay out of the wall. It's a lot faster if you're not in the wall. Contrary to Ross Chastain. Normally that doesn't work. So I'm going to say don't do it. But we'll see, I guess, as Dan Michelle makes a move to the outside, and I don't think it was the right one.
Nope.
Does have a little bit of help now with Trenton Kimmel, but yeah, you definitely don't want to be out on that outside lane and you got a line of cars underneath you. So not the best choice.
Definitely not. It's going to end up going down further now because Kimmel's. I would leave him out there. Why are you following him up that high? I don't know. I would leave him out there. Dive on the inside and let that bottom lane push you through. I wouldn't even. There you go. No, it's come back up. Is that due to the fact that a tri-oval situation?
I believe, and don't they technically qualify this as a quad oval because it's the two sharper corners. It's not rounded on the front straight, so they actually qualify it as a quad oval. I don't know why. To me, it's the same thing. Like but yeah, I think it does come into play though. Strictly because you can go underneath that apron. I think that really actually hurts the outside line even more. Because obviously you dropping down there, you can cut just that much more of the track. And it's just if you're above that, it makes it harder to keep that pace because you can't go all the way down that far. Knowing those cars are going to come right back up, and yes, they have to be cautious of it.
Do you know what? All I can see here, apart from the fact that they've just gone 3 wide at the same time, is that I could just see Dan Michelle running Trenton in the wall. Like, who's that? That's actually Radel behind him, isn't it? Radel's a lap down at the moment. But the fact that Trenton's so tucked up and so focused on Dan Michelle, Michelle's only got to go and put him near the wall and then go, nope, and pull away from it, and you just see Trenton in it. And I don't get it. I'm very surprised that we've got very single file running. I'm also quite surprised that we've got a very spread out pack at the moment. You've got one all the way down to Kuhn in 7. And then you've got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13 with McLaughlin. And then further back from that is Seth Pegg, TJ, and Terry W. And Terry, in spite here with David Trogdon trying to push him along. So I am surprised on a plate racing racetrack that we've got so many gaps taking shape already.
Ooh, that's going to go around.
No,
Oh, he saved it. Oh, and now he's in pit lane.
Somebody went round, didn't they? Who's the 19? Tom Kuhn.
Yeah, he did manage to keep it. He ended up kind of getting hit again and sort of saved it. I think it was the 83 gets underneath him.
Oh, yep, he is.
Yeah.
Bang, coming to down. Hits again, And then,
it's Riddle and...
Oh, yeah, he does manage to survive though for Tom Kuhn. No yellow flag either, but unfortunately for Thomas, dropped him back away from Josh. And then we've got Trenton, Witt, Michelle, Cody Kern, Jamie Lynn running 2v2. This is what I expected more of, but just with a lot more cars in there.
Yeah, it's very odd that it's been this spread out. I didn't expect it to be this spread out currently. Like, I could see closer to lap 100 when guys have started pushing and things like that, but this seems a little early for everyone to be completely separated.
Yeah. Well, stage break in 4 laps, guys. We're going to find out who's going to take the stage win. And we will have an interview with our stage winner, Dan Michelle, Andrew Jamelin, Alex Witt, Cody Kern, Trenton Kimmel. Who's going to come through here as we're going on now? You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are coming through turn 4.5, I guess. Let's go with that. Michelle been pushed out again, has he? Or did he make that choice to go up that high?
I don't know why you would. Like, I know on the old sort of build, the legacy build of Atlanta, if you will, running the high line in 3 and 4 works, but you definitely didn't want to 1 and 2. You want to get down to that line as quick as you could. So, not sure why he's doing that here.
Yeah, Michelle got a little kiss from Trenton Kimmel, or probably an elbow to the face rather than a lip-to-lip smacker, should we say? From Kimmel made Michelle aware that he was there. Going into turn 3 now. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 are all together. The 23's high and handsome. That's going to put him out. Alex Witt's at the moment. Oh, going 3 wide. Going 3 wide. Can we get a 4th line going? I don't know where he'll go if there was one, but we're going to try this 3 wide for half the lap. There you go. We settle back in 2 wide. Now we're on lap 39. It's going to be the race to the line. I've got a funny feeling it might be Andrew Jamelin who's going to take that pole. Oh. Now that's either come out early. No, there is an incident. And that will be stage. I think it was further back. Oh, 4 wide. 4 wide. 4 wide. Never going to work.
Nope, no, there's not quite enough space.
Yeah. Definitely not enough space out there, but it was 4 wide. That was exciting for the guys towards the back end of the field. All right, let's make him aware that I'm going to pull him in a minute, drop him up into the interview room. Let him get pit lane first because he's going 90 miles an hour under the new NASCAR rules this season. And a pit lane speed of 45, I believe it was, that I saw during the Atlanta race. And we'll wait for Andrew Jamelin just to get in. Calvin Ross has got 25 minutes on optionals with 10 required. So he's going a bit.
That's fair. And yeah, we ended up losing Jeffrey Reed early. The reason behind that was, well, he updated his entire PC today and it just did not want to cooperate.
No, definitely not. Let's have a chat. Oh, Alex Witt missed his box by miles. Okay, we can have a chat with your stage 1 winner, Andrew Jamelin. Andrew, welcome in, bud.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are y'all?
I'm all right, mate. Not bad at all. 10 points on the board, and we're not even at the end of the race.
What was that? Sorry, you're lagging out a bit.
I said 10 points on the board, and we're not even at the end of the race.
Yeah, it feels good to get another stage win here in Atlanta, given what happened here last time, and hopefully we can carry that tradition. So, yeah.
Looking fast out there today. Do you think you're going to get the win?
I think we can definitely get it done. It's going to be tough. There's a lot of hard racing out here with the pack and the draft and everything, and all these pushing and shoving going on, but I think we can pull it off tonight.
Okay, mate. Well, good luck. I'll pop you down in the waiting room. Have fun, and we'll catch up with you soon.
Thank you.
That's really hard to determine there because he seemed happy he took 10 points, right? Which was fine. That's I've got no problem with that. But then when you go into the win scenario, you kind of sense a little bit of nervousness from him, and you know, all the pushing and shoving in the pack. There was only them 5 at the front, so I do wonder whether or not that was not a good overtake at all from Trogdon. I've got to be honest, he hit the wall twice getting past these packs. Whether Jamie Lynn's a little bit worried about this second half of this race.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to be careful. Obviously, he's got Dan Michelle right behind him. Alex Witt had a little bit of trouble in the pit lane, so he's a little further back. I think he's just coming out now. He's in P15, but when you go Cody Kern, Trenton Kimmel was known to be fairly quick. Jack Witt's obviously won last year, so he's got some fast guys around him. And I mean, by no means can he not handle it or anything like that. But I think it's going to take a little finessing to get himself stuck near the front. And obviously we're going to have we should have at least one more pit stop, so that'll be crucial in terms of timings and making sure you get yourself in and out without, you know, overshooting your pit box or being in the wrong spot or anything like that. So it'll be curious on how it goes, but hopefully he's able to get in, get out, and stay smooth and take himself to the win.
Well, we're going to find out how this run through to stage or the end of the race goes now for Andrew Jamelin, sitting in that 65 machine. He's got Cody Kern on the outside, then Dan Michelle, Trenton Kimmel, Roman Brusso finding himself up at 11 places, doing a great job at the moment, but Jamelin has escaped. He did that right at the beginning. He's ran away with it. He's gained 5 positions. He's led for 7 laps. Started in 6th. Currently, now, obviously, as you can see on your screen, he's in 1st. But that high, wide, handsome line, you can see the inside. It is really hard because they literally do dive for that inside line straight away. And if you're not in there, you're in trouble. And you can see further back here, there's a couple of people on the outside. In fact, there's a group of 5 on that outside line, and I don't even know if it's the right place to be, to be honest.
Unless you're really got the ability to make that pass, I don't think it's the smartest spot to be trying to get on that outside. It just does not seem to work. It's hard to hold, and it just doesn't seem any form of speed up there. They just kind of keep sliding back or staying perfectly put but not moving forward, even if they have a few of them behind the push. So I think that's not the best spot to be unless you really know you're going to be able to make that pass, because it seems like once you get out there, you're kind of
See Sizemore there in that 56 machine. He's got the 83 of Kuhn out beside him. Josh, that is. Sizemore still managing to hold on to that position, down 3 places from where he was. This is a little bit more what I was expecting to see. The pack's a lot closer together. You can see that. There you go.
Yep, that creates that problem.
That'll be the end of that. Right, why can I not? Oh, there we go. Andrew Jamelin. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow.
Yeah, that's unfortunately not the way you want that to go.
No, but what's no, Jacquez. Bang! Up he goes, bang! Into Kern. Whoa! Hits space car on the way up.
But stayed mostly out of a lot of the damage.
He did on that one.
Like, obviously he did get some damage, but managed to avoid, like, you know, the inside wall and a bunch of things like that you obviously don't really want to get tied up in.
He went through the pace car as well, which is there we go. These guys do wait for the pace car.
Imagine had that been solid now.
Oh, that would
they had changed that.
would have been awesome.
I agree.
Some confusion with the pace car there as well. And we're gonna go run that side by side. Quick word from admin box. Don't forget, go and check them out at adminbox.com. Use code BSCBOX for 10% off all orders. So you can go and check them out again. Much love from Adminbox for this season's sponsors. Caution number 5, obviously without stage. I'm at my limit. How many more do you reckon we're going to get here?
Well, I mean, isn't it caution number 5 is including the stage, though? Yeah, so we're at 4.
So, well, technically we're at 4 forced cautions, 1...
Yeah, we don't count that one. Stage break doesn't technically count.
Well, the problem is they didn't actually hit stage. There was a yellow flag before stage through, so technically it's still
that's
5.
right. So it is 5.
Yeah, see,
okay,
you've got to pay attention
I've got
to these
2
things.
left.
Yeah.
I've got 2 left.
I'm at my
Or
limit,
at,
yeah,
at
so
mine.
I could be a little bit knackered. Yeah. I think we should start.
You're just ready for sleep, let's be honest.
Oh, mate. I've had such a long day. I've been literally ripping caravan.
Oh, that sounds like not fun.
No. But then again, I did buy a caravan for absolute dirt cheap and then found damp. But it's only in one little area, so you know, not going to be too cheap to fill up. Deal with.
That's good then. At least it's not too bad.
No, dude, I got it for like 250 quid. You know what I mean? What am I expecting?
Very fair.
You know? And I got one little bit of wall damp. I can handle that. Right, ladies and gentlemen, enough of my caravan hunting. Dan Michelle makes a jump at the beginning. Kimmel Witt, Brusso finding himself up to the dizzy heights of 4th here. He's that high up. He's probably got a nosebleed sitting in that car at the moment for Armand Brusso. Doing a great job in that Spotify livery machine. Hopefully, if I was him and he goes on and gets a good finish after last week's Daytona, I would probably leave the livery alone and would not touch it. But you can see, they're very late. Are they just not reacting enough further back here? Because they're very late away from the pack and they get dropped from the pack so quick. I don't get it.
Yeah, maybe they can't see the restart zone very well, and that's causing them to not really realize where they are. I don't know, because it seems very odd that, yeah, it seems like everyone's kind of caught out by the start of the race, or this race restarting, so I'm not really sure.
But the spotter physically says...
Green, yeah.
Green.
Yeah, so I don't know.
I don't
Very
know.
confused.
If I was Terry W, though, I would be hugging Noel Jackowitz's backside about now. Where Noel goes, I go, because you're going to need that drive to pull yourself back in here, bud. Don't know about you, but that's what I would be doing. I would be sitting
100%.
up Noel Jackowitz's Jacksy as much as I physically can. See the banking angle. It never looks like that when you're in the car, does it? It only ever looks like that on a broadcast when you look and you think, wow, look how high we are. But it never ever feels like that, even in VR, that when you're in the car, that you're that high up.
I have noticed that. Yeah, I was thinking about that when I'm driving, even like Daytona. I haven't raced Atlanta this week, or last week. Sorry, this week, last week. It's a new week. But yeah, like whenever even going, and I wonder if it's like because as you're driving, you're so focused on the road, you don't really notice the car shifting. Or maybe I'm wrong. Or because you kind of your body in the sim itself kind of goes with it, so it still stays sort of straight for you. I don't know.
I do wonder how that would be in a motion simulator.
Terrifying.
Whether or not it would tilt that high up much of an angle. You know what I mean? I do wonder. Maybe I'll get my motion simulated man I know who drives in VR and a motion sim, go out on the racetrack and test whether or not it does that form of tilt for him.
I like it. We'll do it. Have him get on it. Let us know.
Yeah, I'll let him know. Because even now, it doesn't look like they're tilting that much, does it? When you're there,
no.
But then you put the gyro on and you're like, sideways. From the nose of Trent and Kimmel.
Yeah, I'm curious if it's just because of the camera kind of angle with you in the car is different. But yeah, I could definitely feel as you're kind of going, if you were in a motion sim, it would be a lot more banking feel than what you normally just see.
Yeah, I agree. Lap 55 of 145 to go here. We're starting to get through them a little bit quicker. Last caution was on lap 46. At the moment, it's been 4, 8, 15, 39, and 46. That's been the caution count so far, and at the moment we're holding off on 5. Could this mean that I might actually get it right? I'm a little bit worried from here how they're losing time. But then I sit back and think, none of you are in a line, none of you are close together. That could be the reason why you're losing so much time, because they're losing almost a second, give or take a second a lap here. Yeah,
which you don't really want to be doing. Like, you definitely need to start working together if you're these guys kind of further back, because otherwise, yeah, you're just going to keep losing time more and more until you're getting lapped. And obviously, it makes it hard to win a race when you're down a lap.
It does, and from the dizzy heights of a win at Daytona to the lonely heights of 16th at the moment for TJ, it also does not look like it's going to be getting improvements. We were 3.2, we're now 4.8 from Brandon McLaughlin for Andrew Jamelin, who took stage, let's not forget. Very single filed. McLaughlin just sitting at the back, doing his thing, holding on to the back end of what he needs to do. Brandon McLaughlin down 3 places. But he is just about hanging on. How can they lose time on a plate racing circuit almost?
Well, if you don't have that draft, and that's going to be the biggest thing. We talked about it when we were last week at Daytona, is the moment you aren't getting that air, that draft and the power from multiple people in line, and you're just taking all of the sort of wind directly into the front of your car, and if you're in the front of a pack that it is drafting well, they're pushing you along, so there's that air pressure that builds up between the 2 cars, so when a car gets close, it helps push you along, so it kind of creates a sort of a helper for you and the car behind you at the same time, which is great. As soon as you lose that, you get no speed. It feels like you're running into the, hard into the wind, and the guy beside you is on a bicycle. Like, it's night and day in terms of difference. So if you kind of get yourself left out or too far outside and kind of get left in the wind more or less, there's nothing you can do, and you just lose all ability to keep moving forward.
Yeah, I think that's what we're seeing currently at the moment from the guys behind. Is now 5.4 seconds from Jamelin to McLaughlin. The big old time. It was out at 4.8, now it's out at 5, and these guys continue to go backwards. 61 at 100 now. Dan Michel, Kimmel, Witt, Armand Brusso, and Trenton Smith in behind that. Trogdon's been in pit lane twice already, if not more. Didn't get this moment in time. But and now he's just about to be lapped. Keep it high, would you say, on a lap car?
Here, yeah. You're keeping it high, you're just much more out of the way. These cars can basically go full along the inside. So you're just going to have to stay out of the way, and there's a little more space than at Daytona where you're about 2 wide, and that's kind of max it. Here you definitely can go 3. If you're comfortable with who you're around, you can go 3, I guess. But yeah, it's best to stay just up out of the way. Try and tack on to the back to help have you get pulled through by them and keep your speed, but otherwise, yeah, just kind of high is best.
I haven't seen 3 wide work so far, but we've had one attempt at it at the moment. Rousseau's still managing to hold on in the middle. It does look like he's hanging on by the clutches of his fingertips though. Beforehand for Armand Brusso, but he is still there. Dan Michel led 20 of the 64. Kimmel in behind, Alex Witt in behind that, Brusso in behind that, and then we go down. Smith pegs up into 6th as well. Great run from Seth Pegg.
Yeah, SpongeBob's making his way up. Sure, they'll have the little SpongeBob dance afterwards. What is it, a jellyfish dance, I think it's called?
I have no idea. I don't watch it.
I don't either. I know of that because I have little nieces and nephews, and they're into all that now.
My boys never really went through that. My daughter, well, she's my daughter. She's just crazy, so she goes, watches stuff.
Fair enough.
She's only 7. Credit's cheap. You know what I mean? Goes and watches anything. But these guys continuing to go 66 of 100. Starting to get the laps off now. Kenton as well. I think that's a lot due to the fact that we're quite spread out here. Gaps appearing. Jamelin and Jakowitz have broken away from TJ, Terry W, and Josh Keith with Kuhn in behind that. I would have thought though, if these 4 latch onto each other, they should be able to move in and close in on these 2, but they're not really utilising the amount of cars compared to the 2 in front.
Yeah, they're kind of spread out and not staying in a straight line. You can kind of see coming, especially into the corners. They're all different on the straightaways. They're weaving all over like they're trying to make a basket. And Terry almost got taken out by, TJ almost got taken out by Terry Spainhour, but they managed to get that going. But you really need to like strongly work together, because 2 cars working well and first 4 cars kind of scattered, 2 cars is going to win every time. So you got to kind of tighten that up, get the ship right. TJ needs to get on the mic, start calling people, let's go, get together, and really move forward.
Yeah, which is what this group are doing here. 70 of 100 is going to be this time around for these guys. 30 to go. They are slowly opening up the gap a little bit further back from, you can see Cody Kern, Rob Sizemore losing a little bit of pace. They're still trying to weave around at the front. Sizemore's got Kuhn, McLaughlin, and that is Trogdon, the back marker, put onto the back end of these pack. Trogdon is the first car lapped down, so he will get the lucky dog if there is any more cautions. Lap 70 now, 30 to go. What are we thinking about at this point? What are we sitting in the car thinking about with 30 to go?
If I'm in the car, it's okay, how do I put myself in the best position to be able to take advantage of any form of a mistake from the car ahead of me without risking myself? And especially right now, be kind of trying to figure out, okay, when do we get ready to pit, and what are we doing tires wise? Because obviously we talked about Atlanta can chew up your tires if you're not taking great care of them. So if you got to slap on a new set, if you're only going to do the right side, if you're only going to do left side, kind of depends on what you're sort of feeling in the car, and then how much you're able to really create space-wise, as it's been for the most part staying the color we all prefer. We won't say it, so we don't jinx anything. But with that, you gotta kind of assume you're going to be taking a green flag pit stop, and as such, making sure you get into with a group, whoever is either in your with your team there, that you're able to kind of work together. Because we've talked about the draft, and if you go in by yourself, you run a massive risk of kind of getting left out and eaten up as the pack goes by you. So going in with at least 2-3 people make life a little easier for you. But you don't want to go in all at the same time, because then you run the risk of having massive problems as you try to get into your pit and trying to see past this car and that car, and then you got to worry about this car diving into its pit lane as you're trying to get around it, and a whole bunch of other problems that you just don't really want to do.
Sizemore got pushed out a little bit there. Boom went underneath him, but the front guy's still running around out in front. Still sitting in there for Dan Michel and Trenton Kimmel. Continuing. Ooh, that's cool. Solo.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Kept out of the wall though.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a chat with our boss man himself at the moment, as he's sitting at the dizzy heights near the top. That is, of course, Mr. Armand Brusso in that Spotify liveried machine in that number 11. Mr. Brusso, can you hear me?
Hello.
13 positions gained. Currently in second place. Is this the moment, the round? Do we see an Armand Brusso win?
I mean, it's a long race to go, and I got to jump into pits at some point for fuel, so it's too early to tell. I mean, I seem to do all right here at Atlanta, so hopefully we can just keep that up.
Why didn't you jump in on the caution?
Because there's the pace car does some weird things with the entry, so I just wanted to be safe.
So you're going to jump in on the next caution lap, or you're going to go until hopefully we get another one?
It depends on whether or not pit lane opens here, and if it doesn't, then I will have to survive.
Oh, okay, mate. How are you generally, though, Armand? You sound a bit different this week. That sigh tells me you're very downbeat.
I mean, I'm doing all right. It's just last week was kind of a boring race for me. I got caught in a wreck, and I never recovered from that. By the time I repaired the car, the race was basically over, so I mean, I'm doing all right now. I had to use a fast spare early, so just trying to survive, but I find myself at a really difficult place to survive.
Well, pit lane, by the looks of it, is open because Trenton Kimmel's going in.
Yeah, I think Trenton's about to get a penalty.
It might be worth taking an EOL for the fact that you get fuel, though.
Yeah, I know. We're going to roll the dice here.
Okay, well, you're going to be starting us off, mate, so good luck on that one.
Yay!
Pick your line, go green. A lot of people have been going right in the smack bang in the middle of the restart zone. Just a hint. Might be worth holding them off until you get to the end.
We'll see. I don't really do this very often, so we're just gonna see what happens.
All right, man. Well, good luck, Mr. Brusso, sir, and we'll hopefully catch you at the end in victory lane.
Hopefully. See you guys later.
Bye. Sound too happy.
Yeah, he definitely didn't sound confident in his race or how it's going. Hopefully it's wrong, but yeah, he did not sound like he was excited.
No, I think the problem is, I don't know if he missed pit entry on the yellow flag scenario, or if he didn't get it right. Not really sure of Mr. Brusso on that one. But whatever the situation was, it's not. Doesn't sound confident. Doesn't sound sort of, he's having a good race for a change. I thought he might have been a little bit made up.
Yeah, unfortunately, it does not sound like it.
Did. There, Mr. Armand Brousseau there in that number 11 Spotify machine coming through turn 4. Got Alex Witt alongside him. Witt has pitted. So, Ron Brousseau to try and hold on here. Brousseau did not pit. We're going to roll the dice and see if we can get another one as he comes towards the line. There he goes, gets jumped, middle of the Geico restart zone once more. Does lead the field off. Alex Witt's trying to get in, but he can't under Cody Kern at the moment. He's got to run that high, wide, handsome line. Kern then brings him in behind him. That's Brousseau, Kern, Witt, Smith, Michel. TJ's made his way forward as well. He's also pitted. So TJ there last pitted on 74. He's now up to the dizzy heights of the thing. Dan Michel, Smith, all running away. I don't know how TJ's lost nearly a second already right at the beginning. Brousseau does hold on. How has he lost that much time? This is really confusing me. Maybe I am just being completely and utterly wrong here. But how have we lost so much time at the beginning?
I'm trying to figure it out because none of it makes sense. It shouldn't be as much of an issue as it has been for just trying to maintain pace. Like it's not even like the group up front is getting these massive jumps and you know, you're getting left out and you're driving in Phoenix where it's got weird angles and turns that you have to really be careful about or anything like that. It's just seems like they're not moving. Where they don't know where their gas pedal is to start going.
Strung out like a pair of dirty undies. Everybody's just gone high, wide, and handsome around him. Wow. If you're ever going to go and drop out the lead.
Ooh.
Oh! He's just got a yellow.
That'll help.
Wow. Oh, Terry bounced the wall. Butland's around again. Oh, Kimmel's gone and hit him as well. Then Seth and also Vader had their own little moment after this. Oh no, during this. Oh, they're both off track together, trying to avoid that one. That's what I would have done, plainly honest. Oh, that is not good.
Yeah. I'm just.
What can we see?
Valvoline. It's a good logo. Nice hood. Looks structurally.
How's he going to see where he's got to put it?
If he gets into his pit box and doesn't miss it, right? If he doesn't miss his pit box, he's going to get a crisp high five from me.
Poor old Jamelin since ended up at the back.
And one of his
field.
tires is not working.
Since going down the back end of the field, unfortunately for Andrew Jamelin. WW's in his pit box. Can Jamelin? Yes.
No way.
He did as well. Yeah. No, he never.
Oh.
Oh.
He did. He was in the right one, but a little too far.
Yeah.
A little too far forward.
Too far back.
That's amazing.
Yeah, Armand Brousseau's in
Amazing.
pit lane, gets going again now. So he's gone and fueled to the end. Alex Witt fueled to the end. Michelle, Kern, Smith there. Yeah. They all join onto the back of the pack. 19 to go now.
I'm still trying to figure out how he managed to get in there without seeing anything. Incredible.
I agree. I agree. An 86 in 5th place at the moment. Not going to say anything else after that. To be...
Don't want to run that risk.
Nah. Don't want to run that 2 in a row risk. You know what I mean? I'm not saying he will.
Yep.
Just because he hasn't really looked on the pace today at all. But never know.
Weird things happen all the time.
We're getting lined up now. There is a 13. Just keeps trying to catch up to the pack. Running all on his own. Back of the pack. Go. Whip. 18 to go. And we get to the end. That will be the question. What do you reckon?
I'm gonna go with yeah. I think we will. Yeah, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it nice and it's gonna be smooth sailing from here out.
Yeah, well, we're gonna find out. We get to the end of this race. A viable 100. Going round 3. 3, 4, 3.5. And Terry, TJ get through the line. That's the. Can he catch
If this
catch it?
top line even moves.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Alex Witt takes the green. Top line does move. Alex Witt escapes out in front. Dan Michelle there. Terry once more. Doesn't look like he's quite caught up. Tell TJ. Dan Michelle's on the inside. If I was you, dive in now below Seth. Or get in front of Seth if you can. He can't. The door's shut. TJ's on that outside line. Witt's moving around at the front. You can see him. Dan Michelle looking and moving as well. That may have just given TJ another second life. Going into 8:17 to go now here. Alex Witt, Dan Michelle, Cody Kern, TJ Sizemore is even up there for as well after he's missed a few starts. It looks like the guy that's missed a few starts sitting in the front at the moment.
Yeah, interestingly enough, maybe dropping all the way back a couple times allowed him to avoid some incidents. Ooh, some weaving going on there. Dan Michelle does hop to the front. TJ now takes up P2. It looks like Sizemore is also going with him. Witt they're not quite enough space for them to get by, and Dan's kind of toying with everybody by sitting right in the middle of everyone.
Yeah, but what I would do now if I was TJ, I would dive to the inside and leave Dan strung up on that outside line. I would go down. Can't afford that bottom line to do any more than what it's already doing here. And Dan's giving you the option. Surprised you're still running high, wide and handsome, but they have managed to make it work. Sizemore's followed them through. It's going to be 15 to go. We've got a 3-car battle with the rest of the pack sitting in there, crouching, hunting almost. I would drop down for TJ. I really would bring that bottom line with me.
Oof. Yeah, that top line keeps clipping that wall too.
Yeah. I would get that bottom line right now, and if I would not give that bottom line a run. I would block them off. Dan Michelle's going to leave TJ strung up here. I can see what's going to happen. He's going to drop soon, and he'll bring Alex Witt with him. It's kind of almost looks like he's toying. There he goes. Is he gone? No. I feel he's going to leave TJ strung out.
I think there's almost too much of a gap, though. Even if he goes down, Alex isn't quite close enough, and even if he gets him a run or gets him some draft there, it's not going to be quite enough. That outside line really is working well together there. You can see Radel, Witt on the apron there. Radel does move to the inside. He is a lap or a couple laps down, so I don't think that's going to be too much of a problem, but it's going to block off a few guys, make it a little tougher for them to kind of make a move. As now like Alex has dropped a bit. Oh, he gets right into the back. I believe that's the 19 there of Tom Kuhn. Gives him a little push, I think a little more than he was expecting, but TJ's now kind of not necessarily boxed in, but with Radel up on that inside, makes it harder for him to try and make a move later on, though. We've seen Dan keeps diving to the inside, so all he has to do is stay high one of those times coming to the line. I think it'll give him at least a little bit of a slingshot.
Oh!
That's going to cause a caution. Yeah, oh, yeah, there it is.
Wow! Who the hell just thumped Brusso up into the wall?
Tom Kuhn, 19 there. I'm not sure if he got hit first, but he went
Oh,
yeah,
he did.
Witt gives him a shot.
Oh,
Witt gave him a shot.
bro.
And it's unfortunate for Brusso, and Tom had there was nothing he could do.
Oh,
He's not at fault on that one.
all right, ladies and gentlemen, for the final time here this evening, have a quick word from our sponsor. Okay, guys, that was the final word from AdminBox. Go check him out at adminbox.com. Don't forget to use code BSCBOX for 10% off all orders as well for the sponsors of this season. Dan Michelle, TJ, Sizemore, Witt, Cody Kern. Going to be an interesting one, I think. How are these guys going to play this? That's going to be the question. Whether or not they're going to be able to deal with this almost, you know, because we've got Trogdon, Sizemore, Spainhour, TJ in one room, Dan Michelle, Alex Witt, Radel, Brusso, Cody Kern, Old Jacket with Seth Pegg and Trogdon Kimmel in another.
It'll definitely be tricky. I mean, unfortunately for Dan Michelle, Witt is going to be on the high line to restart this behind TJ. So it's going to be a little tricky, I think. TJ might try and get a jump as best he can and either slot in behind Dan or hope he can beat Dan off of it.
TJ's
We'll
got
have to see.
one option. He's got to go with Dan and try and almost let Dan take the lead. TJ's got to get him below. He's got to rely on Sizemore giving him the gap, of course. Then I think that could be TJ's way of dealing with what goes on. Now, if Dan goes and chooses the high line, of course, let's not forget it is Cone choice. There he goes. He has chose high line. TJ's chosen high line with him. Alex Witt didn't. Alex picked inside. Sizemore's chose high line.
Interesting.
I am very shocked that those guys did not run low, because you've given Breakfast Club a 1-2 on the racetrack, and I don't know if that's such a good idea, to be honest, because they could both hold up the lines together.
Yeah. Curious on that decision. I don't know if it was quite the right one. Don't think it was, but I guess we'll have to see how this one plays out. Maybe TJ just has been enjoying working with Dan. They seem to be connected quite well going forward, so maybe that's his hope, is that he can kind of push his way through with Dan again and get himself near the front ahead of Alex Witt there, but I guess we will have to see.
I am surprised Bart didn't put TJ and Sizemore on the inside. Keep Dan high, wide and handsome.
Yeah. It's hard to know the strategy calls here.
Gonna find out, ladies and gentlemen. We're going into the final 8. Nope. Be very surprised if Dan stays there. Alex is
Or
going
at
to
the very
come
least,
up.
Alex doesn't. Yeah,
Yeah,
I guess even worse, Alex comes up and takes that spot anyway.
yeah. Cody Kern's going to get the run, drop in behind. TJ, drop in behind. Don't fight. If Jakowitz gets in, you're going to be even more high, wide, and shafted. And he is. Oh, brother. Brother. The trouble is, he's not close enough for the side draft either. You know, he needs to almost be hugging them, but every minute he stays high, wide, and handsome is every minute somebody's going to come underneath him.
Yeah, unfortunately, he kind of.
It's still.
Yeah, there he just dropping.
Every time you're going to stay high, wide, and handsome, you're going to have that problem. Alex Witt, Dan Michelle, Cody Kern, Noel Jakowitz. You're 1, 2, 3 at the moment. Josh Kuhn in behind. Josh is having a great race. Starting to spread out a little bit with 5 to go. He's getting all a little bit scrappy up front. TJ is somewhere in the pack. He's in behind Witt. He's just giving Rado a little bit of a bump. TJ's trying to go high, wide, and handsome with Michelle, Witt, Jakowitz, Cody Kern on the in, Kuhn on the inside. It's going to be a run with 5 to go now. You can see him in groups of 2. It's 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 for 7 all the way back. There's no real help for the Fart team at the moment. Because I can tell you one thing, the bottom one, the first 4 are all sitting in the same chat room. It's going to be tough for these guys now.
Well, TJ's gotten some help. Himself back up into P3 after losing quite a few positions, but yeah, it's gonna be tough sledding to try and get around Alex and Dan here, as those two, they're pretty quick and they work well together.
I would drop down with Rob. Drop down with Rob.
It's actually
too
faster on the outside lane late in the race once the grip starts getting down.
Yeah, but if you're working together as a 2, you can make that inside work.
It's true.
Gonna be 2 to go. And we make the final lap without any dramatics. Michelle, Witt, TJ, Sizemore. Up high, wide, and handsome for them 4. There's a little bit of nudging and pushing and throwing below. That bottom line's going to come. Somebody's going to have to throw a block sooner or later, because it is Keith and Kuhn. Keith and Kern. Oh, that's push Keith. Push Keith. He's managed to hold it as he has. Final lap of the race. White flags out. That Michelle out in front. Alex Witt sitting in second. TJ third. Sizemore fourth. TJ needs to run from somewhere, even if he's going to try and make this move at the moment. Witt's going to go and dive down onto the inside. Where's TJ going to go? Is he going to go and split them high, wide, and handsome and make it free? He's not going. There's somebody in the wall. Steph Pegg's going to try and come along now. Here we go, down to the line. It's going to be down Michelle. It's going to be Michelle. Michelle Pegg. No, TJ third, I think.
Death with a big, second place there. Yeah, he had a huge run coming out of 4.
Look at the speed difference he's got.
And he just stays low, gets down on the apron. Looks like Jakowitz takes out Alex Witt.
Does look like Dan Michelle got the win though. That doesn't look good.
Nope, that's definitely a couple cars that are not running well.
The money's just then. But after the checkered flag, there's some little orgy burgies. Oh, nope. Definitely was not orgy barges. There we go for Armand Brousseau, unfortunately. Ended up beat up car. Leave him in the picture as we cover the final race results. Dan Michelle is your winner. Steph Peck sitting in second. TJ grabbed third. Alex Witt, Rob Sizemore, Cody Kernan, Noel Jackowicz, the top 7. Trenton Kimmel, Trenton Smith, Josh Keefe, Josh Kuhn, Tom Kuhn, and Armand Russo down in 13th. Then Terry W in 14th, David Trogdon, Anthony Randall, Andrew Jamie Lynn out, Brandon McLaughlin out. There's a few others out behind that as well. Calvin Ross, Brad Young. Jeffrey did not take to the start. So, Peg's waiting anxiously. Of course he's going to be waiting, isn't he? Let's be real about it. He's not had a second place in ages. But let's start off with a man that finished in 3rd place. Close to the win once more for the 86. Couldn't quite get there here as well. But let's have a chat with Mr. TJ Spain. TJ, welcome in, bud.
Hello, hello.
Hello, mate. 3rd place?
Yeah, it's not bad. That's actually surprisingly well considering how the race began.
What, for the first half you weren't anywhere near the front and about 10 seconds off?
Well, okay, so my plan was to relax for the first half anyway, because it's Atlanta, it's crazy. I knew it was going to be worse than Daytona. But I ended up getting caught behind slower cars that had damage. And then we were off the draft, so it was slow roll, and then I got pretty severe damage at one point, and I had to take my fast repair pretty early, so I babied it for the rest of the race until it was go time.
Did you baby it at the end, or couldn't you get through?
I was trying my hardest to get through. I thought I'd accidentally wrecked Dan because I was trying to. I didn't think I had enough speed to get first, so I was just going to push me and Dan to P1 and P2. If I had enough speed off of 4, I was going to try and go for it, but I was too far back.
Where is that winner's attitude, TJ? We don't want you sitting and pushing anyone.
Well, I would rather have second than like 5th or 6th, you know?
Push him off track and take 1st place. No? Is that not how it's done?
Well, we'll do it next time. Yes, NASCAR.
All right, mate. Well, next time, mate, you're going to next time we're going to a road circuit, unfortunately. We're going to COTA.
Yeah. I'll be a nice bowling ball on turn 1. See how many I can take out then.
Yeah.
You know you can win it in turn 1 at COTA, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You can, but you can also take out half the field as well at the same time. So you do you, TJ. But listen, dude, great job from there. Anyone you want to shout out before we let you go?
I want to shout out my team. They did pretty good today. I appreciate Rod being there with me in the end, and thanks to everyone else for keeping it clean those last few laps.
A little bit scary.
But other than that, yeah, a little bit. And thanks to you guys. I appreciate you broadcasting and being so cool.
All right, man. Well, take care, TJ. We'll see you next week at COTA, bud.
All right, see you next week.
Bye. Next up is a rare, so rare, I can't even remember when it was the last time we saw this man on a podium, or we got to hear the sultry tones of the Australian kangaroo himself, Mr. Seth Pegg. Seth, welcome in, bud. When was that?
Let's go!
Yeah, check you out. How long ago was it?
It was Watkins Glen last year, the non-broadcasted one. I didn't get my interview, but now I do.
You do, you stunning man, you.
Oh my lord! Obviously, going to do my best to keep it PG. I've readied myself for that, but the adrenaline is coursing through me after that. I screamed the second I crossed the line. I thought there was a genuine chance I finished first, and it had to have been close.
It was close, mate. I mean, it was like 0.06 of a second.
Oh, come off it. Oh, bloody hell.
I know. So close on that one as well. Dude, you got to run out of 4.
Race.
Yeah, nobody. TJ weren't anywhere for the whole race either, mate. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. But you were like,
I was
almost there, and it was so.
The last 2 laps was
race.
something different because I was behind David and Terry W, 2 lap cars, and I was kind of like, I'm going to be stuck here. And then all of a sudden the line opened up. I got in front of Noel. Noel pushed me. I was like 5th, he was 6th, but there was like quite a nice gap between us and the people in front of us. So I was like, oh, we might be able to do it, but it might come a little bit too late. And then there was a little bit of contact coming into 3 and 4 between the leaders, and all of a sudden I'm getting a run. Noel's pushing me. I'm alongside both of them into the last corner. Such a shame that I didn't pull it off, but I'm ecstatic with P2.
Yeah, I bet you are, dude. To be blatantly honest, I think it's absolutely amazing that you've done so well. I think it's incredible because there were some people along with TJ that weren't anywhere near the front. You haven't been anywhere near the front, and then all of a sudden you pop up in that last quarter, and take a second.
What can I say? We've been building to that. There's multiple things that helped us there, but I'm happy with that. So happy.
Sounds like you are, buddy. Well done, mate, on your second place for the first time in a year. Now we go to Kota.
Oh, is Coda next?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, I haven't practiced. Oh, no. All right, that's going to be fun. I remember last year I got like 60 incident points. This is going to be great.
Well, TJ just said he's going to go dive in turn 1 and see what happens.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I'll join him. I'll be there alongside him, I reckon.
Oh, mate, double bowling ball. Should be an interesting one. We're going to get a strike at least. Seth, anyone you want to shout out, buddy, before I let you go?
Big shout outs, Breakfast Club Racing. Jorge, no, you're not watching this. Shout out you. And obviously, shout out Armin. Shout out you guys for everything you do.
All right, Bob. Well, take care, Seth, and we'll catch you later.
Catch you later. Love yous.
Love you too. Bye. Well, next up is your winner, Mr. Dan Michelle. Come down to 0.06 of a second. It could have been 1 of 5, but it was only the 25 that took that victory. Dan, welcome in, bud. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Close to the end there, mate.
Just a little bit. I mean, I had a lot of help from TJ on the outside after I got past, maybe like 4 laps to go, and Alex too. So it was really good, really fun.
Did you at any point, because I called halfway through that race, and towards the end it was, you were up high with TJ, Alex was on the inside, and I sat here and was like, Dan's going to string TJ out now, he's going to drop straight down and pull Alex through. You didn't, partly due to a caution, but was it on your mentality that was the game plan in general?
No, game plan, unfortunately, at this track, because it's so tight and you have so many cars getting such huge runs on you, you got to block all the lanes. So I was just covering every single lane I could. And yeah, I was going to work with whoever wanted to work with me, but I was not going to let people pass me.
Hey, thought you might have slipped down and pulled Alex up alongside you, but fair play if you weren't going to do that. Going forward for you now, we're heading to the wonderful road circuits of Kota. We know generally you and Alex do better on road circuits than most. What do we think the Dan Michelle chances are for Kota?
I need to do some practice. I was going to do some officials this week.
Ugh.
Especially if it's a setup that we're bringing in, I'm going to probably use that in official opens. It's gonna be a hard track. The chicane is pretty bumpy. You gain some air, and you're gonna have to bring the car down in speed before you exit. So it's gonna be tough. We're probably gonna see more incidents, not in turn 1, but in ESs. Car is a little light, reversing. Everywhere else, I mean, the car's pretty tame. You might have a few spins, maybe in the carousel, but it's really gonna be exciting. It's gonna be a fun road race.
No, it's not. Let's go on road.
It's gonna be better in a super speedway.
Oh, see, I prefer super speedways over that one. But Dan, thanks so much for joining me there, bud. Anyone you want to shout out before we let you go?
All the BSC guys, TJ, especially for helping me out there towards the end. A lot of fun racing. Side drafting was really rough, and ignoring each other is not necessarily the nicest thing, but it was a lot of fun. No one really wrecked doing that side draft, so it was good. And you guys for the broadcast, the people watching, and I got my own stream up too, my POV. If anybody wants to watch that back after, but I'd rather watch the broadcast because it was a lot more fun seeing it from up above.
It always is, mate. But I do love a good old driver's POV. So there we go. You get 2 minutes, have a look on that one. Dan, thanks so much for joining us there, mate. And we'll look forward to seeing how you get on Kota next week.
Hey, man, thank you.
Take care. Well, there you go. TJ sounded happy with his third. You know, he's had a win and a third, which ain't bad. That's going to put him at the top of the championship. Steph just sounded like he was over the moon and I don't know, had a big old dose of kangaroo meat or something to get the adrenaline going. And Dan just sounded like Dan, chilled as ever. Yeah, you know, I won. Okay, moving on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think he's won too many times. We need to. He no longer is allowed to win until he's excited about winning again. But
Well,
yes, Steph sounded a little excited. I mean, it was hard to
he
tell.
was
I know he hit it really well.
Yeah, you know, he was being all sort of cool. Was he hell? He come in like cheering his absolute tits off, didn't he? I think that's the
He was
thing,
stoked.
mate. He was so made up. And he said it was like a year, and it was on an unbroadcasted race. Now we don't miss many, so there must have been a darn good reason why we missed that one. Whether or not, I don't know, internet issues or personal issues. I don't really know.
It was numbers, yeah. Because it was road racing. It's, how it always is.
Yes, because we had like 6 or something or 8 or something, wasn't it?
I think it ended up being 12 drivers total, and so unfortunately we didn't cast it and we weren't there, but I do remember the next day we saw that he had finished second. We were all pretty excited, but unfortunately missed the cast. No.
He was absolutely made up on that one. Right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for us this evening. Join us this week as we've got a lot more racing coming up on the JPB YouTube channel as well. We've got the Abruzzi M2 Challenge Championship starting round 1 at Okayama tomorrow night. Then we got the J2 ICS Endurance Series round 2 for Mosport there as well. ESC tomorrow. Into Thursday, Janetta Super Cups on 7:30. Radical Race Series after that at 9 o'clock. And Main Sim Racing Series later on in the evening. And then we got NARS Virtual Modern Sports Car Championship back as well. The FTR's final race for their Endurance Series, 6 hours on Saturday. OGRL, IGP, and SR4S as well. So a lot of action taking shape for that one. But we're going to duck out now. We're going to leave you with, Seth Pegg, who's absolutely stoked. But as always, take care. Have a great week. And you never know, we might see you on the track sometime. Good night.